Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about 5 of the most annoying habits that you can have. And you know, you obviously need to break since they're annoying, but these are super annoying to your teammates. Alright, so we'll start off small and we'll go bigger. Alright, so habit 1 is quick switching all the time, right? Quick switching is just pressing 1, 3, or if you have Q bound, Q is my jump throw, so I can't really do that. But just pressing 1, 3 all the time and like switching through your weapons. If you're in a clutch situation and they see you doing that, it's going to be pretty annoying to watch, right? I'm sure everybody can relate to that, especially if you're not good at it, right? So an example of being good at it is if you're about to peek bottom con and you quick switch, and so you have your gun out as soon as you peek the angle, right? That's when you're good at it. When you're bad at it is when you do it too late and you're swung pretty wide, and this is the point where you get your gun out. So when you actually peek the angle, you're still in the process of taking your gun out and you can't shoot. So that's a bad habit that you do want to break. It's not as annoying as some of the other things, but watching somebody who's doing that and knowing that they're like, you know, giving potential opportunities for the other team to get the kills on them, especially if like you're holding an angle, right? And you're just going for quick switches every once in a while. There's no reason to do that. If you need something to fidget with, you can change. Well, you can bind something to change your view model from right hand 0 to right hand 1 back to, and you can switch it back and forth, and you're not really losing anything doing that, right? When you're quick switching, you're actually losing because I can't shoot when I'm doing that, right? I can't tap. So that's number 1. Number 2 also is on, well, not also, but it's on the CT side most of the times. And this is where you're, instead of just holding a position, you have to move around, right? You constantly feel the need to reposition. So instead of holding just right here, right, and just holding this crossfire, waiting for somebody to come out, or even holding, you know, a much more aggressive angle like this and just waiting for somebody to come out, you're like here, then you don't see anybody for 3 seconds, so then you're looking here, then you're moving up, right? You can even combine this with bad quick switching, right? You're constantly moving around, and the second you don't see anybody, you just assume that it's clear. You're constantly moving, right? This is bad for, well, twofold reasons, right? Or the reasons are twofold, if I'm going to be grammatically correct. Number 1 is that if you're constantly moving, then you constantly have the opportunity to get peaked while you're repositioning. So if you're moving from triple to default, that's something that you want to do as quick as possible so you can continue to hold the angle. But if you're constantly moving around, right, there's a good chance that somebody's going to peek out while you're moving, and then you either have to counter strafe and flick over, or it's just a messy situation. The second reason is, especially if you're an A-site player or something, your teammates are trying to play around you. Like, your teammates are trying to get a good CT setup based off of where you're playing. So if you're playing up on site, maybe they want to hold over here and, you know, help you out on site, play up there with you. But if you start running back to CT, then they're like, oh, we're playing retake A, maybe I need to go back con. And now they have to constantly look at their radar to see, hey, is my teammate running back towards A? What's going on? What is he trying to do? What kind of angles is he holding? Especially if like you're a mid player and you have a cat and connector guy trying to balance what they're doing off of what you're doing. And you're playing window and you don't see anything, so then you go over here, right? That means that your connector player now needs to watch the cat run up, and your cat player needs to watch the connector run up. And then you just, without calming, right, you just go to CT. Now your CT player gets pushed out and he's like, okay, so I have 2 people here. Now should I push up here? And then it's just so mind-boggling, people doing that. And you just need to, you know, just hold a position, pick one. There's a ton of them. Pick one and hold it. Number 3 happens mostly on CT side, and it's where you just dump all your utility at the start, right? If you have a site player with you, let's just say that you're playing B. Mirage isn't the best example for this, but let's just say you have 2 people on B playing it, right? And you both have full utility, and or you don't have utility and your teammate has full utility, and all of a sudden they're throwing shit like this, right? They're, okay, oh, there's some sort of smoke lineup right here, right? So they're like, okay, I'll smoke in. That was not the lineup. You can see I missed it. But I'll smoke in. I'll flash out real quick. I didn't see anybody. I'll just nade down in there. And obviously they're not calling any of this. Or, oh, I think I heard a rush. I'll just molly. And now they don't have any utility. It's 15 seconds in the round and nobody's stuck with it. Well, nobody has any utility, right? And you both are stuck with no utility. just dumping all your utility, it's not as annoying to your teammates as, just repositioning all the time. But when it comes down to like retakes or stopping executes and you don't have any utility left because you spent it all in the first 20 seconds, it's pretty annoying, right? And it's a habit that you want to break. So these last two go hand in hand. They're pretty opposite of each other, and they both happen on the T side. So the first one is where, let's say you have a teammate, or your teammates are lining up A smokes. You got a guy Palace, so one Palace, one throwing the CT smoke, one throwing the stairs smoke, one throwing the jungle smoke, right? And you're all alone here, and you're just holding for a push. What you should be doing is just that, holding for a push, maybe even trying to clear out ramp for your team so they can run up and there's not anybody there, right? And you're just sitting here, and they're about to throw the smokes, and all of a sudden you decide to peek out, right, and you die. So now the smokes aren't down. They're still lining it up. Like, their pins are still pulled, right? And you die. What are they left to do? Now they all have to throw those smokes immediately. Doesn't matter if your Palace guy was smoked off or anything like that. They need to throw those smokes just because people are going to start rotating over. They don't really have too much time left to wait around. A guy could push into ramp and just catch them off guard while their smokes are out, right? So that your whole entry position has been forfeit because you went out before the execute. Now the opposite is going out after the execute or going out late. This is more often referred to as baiting. And this is where, right, so you have all the smokes coming in. Let's say that you throw the stairs smoke, right? And it's not like you're waiting to flash over because your jungle smoke guy or your CT smoke guy, probably the CT smoke guy, right? He's going to flash out a couple times so you guys can get out A. And so you just threw the stair smoke and you're waiting for everybody to go in front of you. You're not just cutting in front of the CT flash guy, right? You're just waiting for him first. You're letting your teammates take the contact. And you're just waiting back, right? You're not super holding angles. Like, this is not a bad play. This is not technically baiting. If you're holding for like the bench run through right here and you're waiting for a CT to do that, it's pretty likely that somebody will and you can get a free kill off of it. So waiting right here isn't too bad, but if you're like still inside a ramp and you're waiting for somebody to swing out top stairs, or you're holding an angle that's already cleared because you don't want to be the one that's entering and clearing off angles for your team, right? That's pretty damn annoying. So yeah, I think that wraps it up. There are a lot of other annoying things that this list is most annoying to your teammates, right? And I'm sure that people can come up with better things than I've come up with. But these are habits that you want to break, habits that you want to try to recognize in your own game. Everybody at some point or another has been guilty of doing these. So don't think that, oh, I'm better than that. No, you're not better than that. Everybody's done it at some point. Everybody's fucked up and execute. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time.